We're going to look at section 1.4, el tiempo y la hora, from pages 24 to 27. So as we said, with the uses of ser, we use el verbo ser to express the time. And in English and Spanish, the same verb to be and numbers are used to tell time. To ask what time it is, we use que hora es. Que hora es. Do know that the word tiempo can generally mean weather. So to not be confused, we typically use the word hora in reference to the time. Like que hora es. No? Que hora es. And because hora is feminine, when telling time, we use es la una or son las with all other hours. ¿No? Por ejemplo, es la una, it's 1 o'clock. Son las dos, it's 2 o'clock. Son las seis, 6 o'clock. As in English, you express time in Spanish from the hour to the half hour by adding minutes. Por ejemplo, son las 4:05, it's 4:05. O son las 11:20, it's 11:20. You may use either y cuarto or y quince to express 15 minutes or quarter past the hour. Por ejemplo, es la 1:15, it's 1:15. Son las 9:15, it's 9:15. Do know I hear more frequently y cuarto. Y cuarto I think is the more generally accepted term. But y quince does happen some with the context of the English and Spanish language. We say 9:15 and not really quarter past 9. Therefore, lots of times in Spanish you hear son las 9:15, especially in Texas. For 30 minutes or half past the hour, you may use either y media or y 30. For example, son las 12:30 or son las 7:30. Similarly, y media I believe is more frequently used and more common to hear. Y 30 can be heard oftentimes in Texas and Mexico with the contact of the English and Spanish languages. So you express time from the half hour to the hour in Spanish by subtracting minutes or a portion of the hour from the next hour. Por ejemplo, es la 1:45. It's 1 minus a quarter, or essentially it's 12:45. Son las 3:15. It's essentially 3 minus 15, or 2:45. Son las 8:20. 7:40. Son las 3:10. 2:50. To ask at what time a particular event takes place, use the phrase a qué hora, literally meaning at what hour. Por ejemplo, ¿a qué hora es la clase de biología? To state what time something takes place, use the construction a la or a las and then the time, meaning at whatever o'clock. ¿A qué hora es la clase de biología? La clase es a las 2. Es a las 2. It is at the 2, essentially, or at 2 o'clock. ¿A qué hora es la fiesta? A las 8, at 8. Here are some useful words and phrases associated with telling time. Son las 8 en punto. En punto means on the dot or sharp. It's 8 o'clock sharp. Son las 8 en punto. Es el mediodía. El mediodía. It's noon. The reason why it's el and medio instead of media is because día is a masculine noun. So it's midday, right? Half day, essentially. Es el mediodía, even though it ends in a. Or it's midnight. Es la medianoche. La medianoche. The reason why it's la and media is because noche is feminine. Es la medianoche. Now, to express when generally in the day something takes place, we have these three words. La mañana, por ejemplo, son las 9 de la mañana. It is 9 a.m. in the morning. Note that it's de la mañana and not in la mañana. Or we also have the afternoon. Son las 4:15 de la tarde. It's 4:15 in the afternoon. And son las 10:30 de la noche. De la noche. It's 10:30 p.m. at night. It's important to note that when speaking generally and not at a specific time about the morning, afternoon, and evening, the word por is used. Por la tarde, echo una siesta. In the afternoon, I take a nap. If I were to say I take a nap at 2 in the afternoon, echo una siesta a las 2 de la tarde. So it's when I express a specific time, we must use de la tarde. But generally speaking, it is por la noche, por la mañana, por la tarde, and it will never ever be in. Um, so the times are sort of cultural and they vary. La mañana is usually before noon, right? It's usually before noon. But sometimes in Spain, even at noon, they'll say whatever de la mañana. They haven't eaten lunch yet, it's usually la mañana. Now, la tarde is usually from around noon till about the sunset, I suppose. In Spain, la tarde goes until about 9 or 10 p.m. They usually don't eat dinner, maybe till 9:30 or 10 p.m. So you could have las ocho de la tarde, you could have las cuatro de la tarde, sometimes las nueve de la tarde. And we also have la noche, generally speaking, when it's dark outside, no? Las once de la noche, las diez y media de la noche. And we're going to look at this activity from page 25 of your book. Inténtalo. I'm going to do the first few with you. Number one, we have 1 a.m. Es la una de la mañana. Remember, it is es la una when it is 1, right? We use that with 1. And for 2:50 a.m., son las 3:10 de la mañana. It should be son las 3 menos 10 de la mañana, or essentially 3 minus 10, or 2:50 de la mañana. Son las 4:15 de la tarde. It is 4:15 in the afternoon. I suppose you could say son las 4:15 de la tarde, but generally speaking, cuarto is much more frequently used. Son las 8:30 de la noche. Las 8:30 de la noche. 8:30 p.m. Son las 9:15 de la mañana. De la mañana.